Alright, hello, happy Saturday. Yeah, so yesterday I couldn't stream because I had work related stuff. So today I'm going to continue freelancer again. Oh, Stowline. Oh, I didn't do the other one, I guess. Safe house. Okay, last time we failed, so we've got to start again. I was, and I had the syndicate, but I was just being stupid. So yeah, it was a disaster on a stick, basically.
Excellent, 47. If you feel the urge to do a little interior decorating, please do so.
Wait, what? Oh, I have to start a campaign. Yeah.
Hello
Okay. Hey, Golden Cat. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Good to see you. Okay. We have to start a new campaign because I was being stupid the last time, so yeah. Let's see. The Pest. Dartmoor, Dubai, Miami. Oh, okay. This doesn't sound too bad. What else do we have? Colorado, Dartmoor, Mumbai, Mendoza, Argentina, New York, and Wilden Creek. Oh, okay. Poison. Yeah, I don't have any poisons. Ambrose, rather not. No. Chongqing, Dubai, and Hokkaido. Colorado. Let's do this one. Accident kill, drowning kill. Okay, I don't think I can do those, but we'll see. How's your weekend going so far? It's going really well. I just bought a new motorcycle, so I'm happy. And the temperature is went down from last week. Last week it was high 30s, almost 40 degrees. Today it's like 25, so we're not melting anymore. That's a good thing. Let's see, where am I going to do the showdown? Miami. So let's go to Dubai first. 2 targets, 2 supplier, no safe. Okay. Maybe cancel this one. No, I want to cancel this. And then Dartmoor. No safe. Safe. Okay. Oh, Miami has a safe. Specify any target using a baseball bat. Guess I'll have to take the baseball bat then. Okay. Because there's no save and I don't like the timed shit, so let's do this. And I lost my assassin's gun, so let's take this one. Michael Covert, that's holy shit, how inaccurate is this fucking thing? Look, crosshair right where it should be. Oh. No, it's not too bad. Man, the bloom on this freaking gun. Isn't there anything that's a little bit better? How about the ICA-19? Much better. Ooh, better. I'll take it. Okay, and then high target bodies, electrocution kill. Yeah, I don't have any shit, so baseball bat. This one, spooky bat. Or the normal bat. Let's see, this is 4. Well, since I don't have to take anything else, so this is less. Yeah, I couldn't stand the heat last week. Nice, you can ride your motorcycle anytime you want. What kind? It's a BMW R 1250 GS Adventure. That's a big bike. Yeah, I'm a big man, so a tall man, so I need big bikes. But yeah, I've been riding the GS since 2002. I had an 1100 before, and I traded in my 1200 today for 1250. So yeah. Let's see, Dartmoor. Let's wear something appropriate. Yeah, I'm 6'7", so basically 2 meters. So I'm a tall dude. Let's see. Theme something for Britain English. I think I have something. No. Oh, is that freelancer then? Yeah. Ancestral hunter. Okay. Make target slip. We can bring bananas with us, and do we have couriers? I forget. There's no safe and there's no couriers. Okay, so we can do the target slippage. One supplier. Well, I don't have. Maybe. Hopefully he can sell me the makeshift silencer one. Electrocution kill. I don't have that. Is there a battery on Dartmoor? Can't remember. Hi, Jonah. Fijne zaterdag. Happy Saturday, man. Nice to see you. Get a great knife. And then we're gonna get some grapes. Okay. And then coinage. No coins. Happy 250.
Do you ever think that you're doing it against your own free will?
Happy 250th to my American viewers. Have fun with the celebrations. Do I need anything else? Electrocution kit. Oh, let's take a bomb just in case. What fine buffoonery will we have today? Yeah. That's always the question. Oh, there's a wine bottle over there. Okay. Shall we see if the, let's see. Take this. Is there a? Aha. Okay. I can. That could be a problem if I want to take the car battery. Not sure. Might be not sure. Well, I'll take my own just in case. Okay. How much room do I have? Okay. I have a car battery here. Oh, but then I can take my. So it's either the baseball bat or the. Okay, I'll go fetch the baseball bat then. No, I gotta go down, right? Was there a? No, there's no. Somehow I thought there was a ladder to go downstairs here, but I guess not. Probably only from the bedroom. So yeah, let's get the baseball bat. Okay. And then we will go.
Bon voyage, 47.
Let's see, in the glass house there is... No, there is nothing. Going over the map in my mind, seeing if I can remember.
Welcome to Thornbridge Manor. Syndicate members are currently in the area. Find them and take them down. Don't disappoint, 47. Good luck.
Oh well, that's easy.
Man, we might have a situation. I'll check the perimeter. Over. We're clear. Huh?
Okay, baseball bat.
Oh.
Render the back. Not shit. Ah!
Oh, unconscious target. Okay. Oh,
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
he saw the briefcase, so that was a bit of a. Okay. There we go. Pick up my coin. There we go. Okay, so. Let's see, I'm gonna check hit maps. If there's a car battery on the thing. Because there is one when there's the garden party, but then it's behind the tent, the podium. But on regular ones, let's see, this is Dartmoor, so that is Hitman 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, okay, Death in the Family. And then on freelancer standard, we are going to search for a car battery, yes. Where is it? Where the hell is this? The dining room? It's in a little room. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I know where it is now. Yes, there's the vacuum cleaner. That's in the hallway next to the puddle. There's a little room next there, and there's a car battery in there. Normally, regularly speaking. So, okay, but I guess I'm not allowed in here. So, I think it's around the corner. I think I'll take one of these dudes' outfits. Since when is there a... Cameras on Dartmoor, man. Why? He doesn't like me. Are they continuing or going? Oh, what's going on? Come on, make haste before they decide to turn around. Yes, yes. Oh crap, that's the same disguise. I thought this was one of the other guys, like him. Okay, I will get you in here.
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter?
Rebecca?
Madame
Yes.
Carlisle's daughter.
She's insisting that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing.
Right, it's over here. Car battery right here. Okay. Coins. Let's get his outfit. 450 points. 30 stream streak. Nice. Welcome, Bandit. And hey, Shardy. Happy Saturday to you all.
And stay.
Okay. Dump you in here. All these convenient boxes and closets, man. It's awesome. Okay, now can I pick up? Yes. Okay, and there's a box right there. Let's see if there's anything useful in it, if we can get to it. He doesn't like me. Okay, where is our victim? Over there. Let's see if we can... oh, electrocuting him will be a challenge. Because there's no water around.
By the way, I told Kate about this text.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about
I
that.
bet we can't even shoot that thing.
Sensible woman. And that
No.
stuff from your ex was like manipulation.
Let's see, is the where's the trader supplier over here? All the way up there. Oh my god.
Mary is so upset, as she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around? I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
So 41 guests.
Okay. Let's get upstairs then. You can triple shoot him from the bedroom upstairs, so he goes to the bathroom. Oh. Well, that's not a bad idea. Let's see, this is the,
American lawyer
okay.
at the small office. Did you check his travel
Oh,
documents?
that bathroom over
Everything's in
there,
order.
right? Oh, this is not a bathroom. Or go one up further, maybe. Need to go upstairs anyway, so...
Hello, sir.
Hi. Oh, she doesn't like me. Oh, that's good. price. Okay. Let's get you over here. Okay. Where's our little friend? Over there.
You look like you're in need of some hardware. If you got the cash, I got the product.
Yes.
Proximity explosive, remote explosive. Proximity.
I'll be around if you need more.
Well, are you coming? Well, I don't really have... Oh, over here. Okay.
That's the suspect! Come out of the bathroom!
Oh shit.
You know where he is. Go get him. Damn it, he's gone!
I did not expect him to be there. Bang bang. Hey Jamie. Welcome. Happy Saturday. God damn it.
A hidden door.
A hidden door?
Command.
What?
Command, you there? We got someone out there causing trouble. He's hurting people.
Oh, and the target just stays down there. Oh, that's weird.
Up on your feet, my friend. You're okay. Any idea who the perp is? He looked like regular house staff. That guy? He was snooping around just before. Hey, Command, we're in luck.
Maybe if I give him a gun, that could work.
This is Groundhog. We may have a potential threat here. One man making waves. Needs to be apprehended.
Well, this is not good. I wish that he would have stayed. We got plenty of guys upstairs, but the one I was shooting is just patrolling down there. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Maybe I can
Wanna
get
buy
it.
something? I got it all.
Not just yet, lady. Oh, we got Amanda going that way. Let's do this.
Uh-huh. I'm having a look around.
I need your outfit, dude.
Ah, crap, not again.
Close that. Like that.
Hey there. Need anything?
Shut up. Can't you see I'm dragging a body? Okay. And then over there. Okay, so everybody's chill. Very good. Get this, this, and this. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see where he goes when we give him a gun. Yeah, I have no idea why he sent another guard. Oh well, Hitman logic, I guess. Let's see, over here. All I gotta do is get him close to a water source. Why is Fernsby enforcing on me? Oh. Is this dude still enforcing on me? Yes, he is. That's annoying. Okay. Hi. I've got a present for you.
Say what?
You shouldn't leave that here, sir.
Well, I'm going to... Okay, let's see where you go.
That makes no sense.
Or maybe I could have shot him from the... if he's... I don't think he's even... you can see him from the other bathroom. Where are you going?
How are you, sir?
Who are these people? Ooh, ooh, ooh. There's a bathroom right here. Oh, he's gonna drop it there. Okay. Coin him in.
My lost button. One you couldn't find at the graveyard. What a good idea for you to go and look for it. Now? A good idea. Yeah.
Hey, sir. Hey, look what I've got for you.
What?
Oh. Okay. Okay. Overflow.
Excellent work. You've spread
Oh, I
fear
should have
in
made him
the
slip.
syndicate. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself.
Oh, and I should have hidden him. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go. So yeah, he went past the bathroom now, so that was good. Ah, it's a bit of a shame the other dude came investigating. I could have potentially left a gun outside the door, then he would come, see the gun and pick up the gun. I think that works. Thank you. Well, it's the first map of the first leg, so first syndicate. That's the easy ones, right? Oh boy.
Impressive work, 47. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.
Okay, drop everything I have in my hands. Okay, there we go. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did. Now, let's see, where are we going next? Dubai. Yeah, I think I'll do the showdown on Miami, so Dubai it is. 2 targets. Courier and a supplier. Okay. Elite kill epic, sniper kill epic on Dubai. That could be a blessing and a curse. Fuck it. We'll just go with it. Let's see. Which one did I have? This one, ICA. Sniper. This one, okay. Poison a target with a pneumatic. Poison a target, so that is basically one. Since I don't have anything there, I think I'll just risk this one. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Ooh. Sedative syringe, duckies. Drop that. There was no safe, right? No, there was only a safe on Miami. Can you do Hawks Bay on freelancer? I don't think Hawks Bay is in the freelancer. I haven't seen it anyway. But freelancer on Hawks Bay, yeah, Hawks Bay is it's the biggest map in the game, footprint wise. But otherwise, there's only the little house, and there's not much to do. So I can understand why they don't do that. Dubai, okay, let's do something formal. Dubai, let's see what can we do. Oh, is that all the formal I have? But I had more. Okay, tuxedo with gloves. Mr. Bond. There was a courier, so let's go grab us a banana. Okay. And then make a bomb. Bada bing, bada boom. Grab this. By the way, you can also use the fuel cell to light up the garage. With those that didn't know. Oh, fuel cell. Gunpowder. Mix it all together until you have a smooth surface. Add some wires. Voila. We've got ourselves an invisible bomb. Burning kill. That is going to be a challenge. Since I don't have any oil on me. Let's see. Coin over here. That's good. Let's see, I did take the banana, yes. Well, I do have room, so I have 2 chances
I like this face.
Do I like that face? Nah. Not particularly. Okay. Grab the grape knife. Get some grapes. Okay. Let's go. Same thing, the train is also not in freelancer. Then I don't know if you can add it, like there's a mod that's called freelancer variation, so I don't know if it's possible to add Hawks Bay in there with a mod. Who knows? I haven't tried that one out yet. I've seen people also exclude
We have been informed that the syndicate is currently in operation
maps.
here, but you know what to do. You know what to do, 47.
You know what to do, 47. Okay, he's on same level and one down. Okay. Playing featured contracts for the first time yesterday. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've done
Hello,
them
sir.
all, so there's no new ones, right? So, but yeah, our feature contracts are usually fun. There can be some stinkers in there, but yeah. Ooh. I'm not allowed here. What the hell? Who is that? Oh, this is... I know where this is. Oh, it's her. Okay.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
There we go. Very nice. And then get back out here. So we're not trespassing. So okay, let's see. Where's the other one? Upstairs, level 3. Penthouse reception. Penthouse reception. Okay. Coinage here. We'll have to go upstairs. So you've done every single featured contracts? Wow, it's like 100 contracts more. Yeah. Well, maybe some of the very old ones did, but the ones from the last few years I did. All of them when they came out. So yeah.
Oh, you're here! How wonderful! You know, I didn't think you'd come.
He's on the other side, right? Yeah, I know where that is.
Thank
Oh.
you, Lucy.
While
I
we're
would love
here,
to chat.
I might
Marcus
take
Stuyvesant was
the
a god.
coins.
He is, and your
Oh, the coins are on
So
the
many.
bar over
That's
here.
kind of you. But I have a meeting.
Yeah, I've been playing this game for a while, Jamie, so I have done quite a lot of things.
Good day to you, sir.
Not as much as other people, but yeah, I have. I'm still quite a ways in. I think I've like 1,500 hours in or something. To that effect. Let's see.
Good to see you.
All the way up there.
See so many familiar faces here today. Now, this has been a dream of mine for a great many years. And as always, I am from one of the less privileged sides of the respectable Al-Ghazali family. But with a small loan from my father, I soon built up a construction empire that was worthy of the great Al-Ghazali legacy.
No, you're not coming.
So, I would like to thank my cousin, without whose friendship and influence this achievement might not have been possible. Thank you. I'm proud to yet again immortalize our
There we go. I was one of them players who played Hitman 1 back in the 2016 launch day. Oh, no, not me. I started with Hitman 2, actually. A friend of mine was playing this. One of the streamers. She doesn't really stream anymore. But she was playing this. And I liked the game, so I bought this one. Bought Hitman 2. Bought the pack to play the Hitman 1 maps. So I had a blast with that, and then, yeah, I basically bought everything else that came after it. I'm just missing one DLC, I guess. No, he doesn't like me. I need to get up there.
Man, heard something weird. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh, and these guys are not gonna let me pass, right?
Sorry, sir. It seems you're not cleared for this area. You need to leave. Thank you.
Crap. Let's see. Is there a box right there? No. Okay. So what if I gave you this one? So.
Forgot something.
What? Hello there.
Hey, Jenny.
Whose
Welcome.
weapon is that?
I think he will come down here and put it in this box over here, and then I can maybe knock him out and put him in the box right here. Let's see, where is he? Yeah, he's coming down. Okay, he's going away. He's coming in. Oh, this is working out perfectly, timing-wise. I think. I'll have to be quick though. Okay. Very good. Good. Now, hopefully he isn't enforcing against me. Good. We're in like Flynn. Hey there.
Panic.
Who says I'm panicking? Who's panicking? Burning kill accent. How the hell am I gonna burn you? There are no... That's not gonna happen. Let's see. No oil drums here. Why would there be oil drums here? No. Supplier. Oh, well, that could be... Where's the supplier? Where are you? You're on the other side of the control room. All the way around, so through the conference rooms. All the way over there. Oh, I can go through here.
Hello.
What's in the box?
Yeah, just wanted to remind you about the lockdown drill tomorrow. That's right, 900 hours. And the key cards to activate the alarms are still in the safe.
There's never anything useful. Wait, what?
How's it going up here?
We're good for now.
I've never seen the supplier in this position.
Hey, you need anything?
Absolutely.
Heh.
Good choice.
Sorry, Channing. I'm playing freelancer today, so no contracts. Yeah. This is a bit, oh well. Yeah, indeed. Maybe there's another box.
What makes you say that?
How many boxes are there typically on the map?
Hey, you look like you might need something. I only sell good merch.
I only sell good merch.
Not overemphasize. Okay.
Just seeing if there's a box over here that may be useful. So yeah, there's a propane tank right here. But that's not gonna burn then. I don't have a Molotov cocktail. Nothing here. Shoot elusive target, stowaway. Yeah. Not gonna happen today. Body found. Oh. She finally found. Okay. Yeah, I'm just running around seeing if there's another box. No. I think I hear one.
Still alive, huh? Good on ya.
Ah, there it is. Very, very faint, but there's one over here. Oh, please. Give me a oil can. Ah, fuck it. Man, the times these boxes have given me anything useful, I can probably count on one hand. I've got maybe one weapon out of this this entire thing. No, no boxes. I think that's all the boxes I can get. Maybe coin lure to the helipad? Coin lure to the helipad! Oh my god, man! Do you know what you're saying? Good grief. Where the hell was she again? Up there. Coin lure to the helipad. I like your humor. Yeah, and then the question is it worth it? Because that would... Yeah, nah. I'll just... It's the wrong one, but that doesn't really matter. I'll just kill her here and be done with it. Let's see, what shall we do? Just screw her. She's gonna get screwed.
There we go. Well done, 47.
Screw you, lady.
This will surely be a blow to the syndicate. You should get back to the safe house. I'll contact you later.
Bye. Okay. Thank you all. Let's see. Oh, did we... There's a courier on this map. Where is the courier? All the way to level 5. Yeah, fuck that. Although, in this outfit, I am permitted, right? So, let's see, where exactly are you? Oops. Top right, okay. Hey there, fellas. Where are you?
So are you telling me I can't do my job?
I'm sorry, Mr. Ingram gave
Oh,
specific...
courier's right over here. Okay. Coin. Watch out for the banana.
Wait, what?
Whoop. Trying to warn you. Pick up the Mercers. 1.1k. Okay. Hey dude, somebody had a bad accident over there. Maybe you should go check.
Like the fools we were.
Like the fools we
So
were.
trust no one.
I cannot emphasize that.
I cannot emphasize that enough. Oh, I need to go down a bit. Yeah, I can jump over the fence, but
How are you, sir?
I still have a briefcase in my hand. He can slide down these poles here, one right over my head and the one over my head here. You can just slide down. But then I have to throw my briefcase down and somebody will notice that and will pick it up. Hopefully not before I can get to it. Oh, that was a good one. Nice. Like that one screwer, yeah. With a screwdriver to the neck. She had I had to adjust her attitude. How many puns can you make, right? Right. Oh, yeah.
Impressive work, 47. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.
That's a heavy chain. Oh my god. Got a new lock for my motorcycle. Oof. That's a heavy. 5 kilos, man. It's like 11 pounds. Alright. Lose everything. Right. So next we are going to showdown in Miami. 4 suspects and 1 of everything.
Excellent,
Okay.
47. We have now tracked down the syndicate
Trap kill
leader's
with a water
location.
canister. Poison the target with pneumatic. So since I don't have a pneumatic
I've
yet.
provided you with new intel.
That is the trank. Okay, let's see. What do we get? I was hoping I would get the pneumatic syringe. Flash grenade. Sometimes people need flash stuff. Shuriken kill. Eliminate the target during a kill. Okay. You know what? I could probably... Huh. Okay. Oh, there's a proxy duck. That's a bit of a shame. If you enjoy the puzzle contract, well, sorry, Jenny, I am not doing contracts today. So Next Friday I should be back with contracts, but today I'm doing freelancer. So yeah. Let's see. Eliminate during a tell or arrange a meeting. I think the arrange a meeting is busted, right? Also contract. So then I started blasting. Okay, well, Ematic, let's take this one, okay, because I don't have anything else. Have you passed 100 overall? No, I am level... I'm close though. I am level 94. So I have 5 more levels to go. But these 5 levels will take as much time as the previous 50 levels, so... it's a bit much. Take no damage, trap kill, yeah. Unless I can buy some water from the water canister. Okay, what about this one? The black lily. How's the black lily? Perfect. Oof. Top of the head. Oof. Gonna say it's gotta be center, right? Okay. Oh, prestige objective. What are we gonna do? Shuriken kill or during a tell? You know, I wanted to give her the or her or him a ducky so that we can just blow her up during the tell. That's a problem. I can do a shuriken kill because I gotta make her sick anyway, or him, and then take a shuriken. Shuriken over here. Okay. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. It's Miami, right? Yeah. So go ride him, cowboy. Themed cowboy. There we go. Go grab the banana. Notice how I didn't get the open the safe with an explosive challenge. Because, yeah, because fuck you, I guess. Fuse cell. Gunpowder. And then mix it all together. Make a nice cake. This cake has some kick to it. Okay. I have so much room. Let's take a wrench. You never know when you're gonna hit people over the head. Okay, and then I really wish you could get into the hot tub. No coin. Well, if there's no coin, it doesn't really matter because there's coins near the payphones. And there's of course the didgeridoo man that has coins. Oh, we got a coin. Okay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Screaming goat. Ah! I don't have that sound effect. Sadly. I could add it, but yeah.
Welcome to Miami. It's time to put an end to them. The leader is currently operating in the area. However, we have very little intel on their identity. As to why they are here, well, we know this.
3 of them are
They are
there, and one of
attending
them...
a covert
What will
meeting.
be the...
We also know that they have grey hair. They are wearing earrings. They are wearing glasses.
What will be
and
the chance
wearing a
that the one
hat.
that's
We also
alone
know
is
that
the...
target has a sweet tooth.
yoink.
And they like to read.
What will be the
it
target?
keeping up with the times or simply wanting to be inspired. Use these traits to your advantage. Don't disappoint, 47.
Don't disappoint, 47. Let's get the camera out. Tech reporter, but I have ambitions too, you know.
The fact is that Kronstadt is very likely withholding information on what actually happened in Tongan Valley.
Actually happened in Tongan Valley. Okay, let's see. No earrings. Had grey hair and glasses matches, but yeah. Maybe he has earring on the other side. No, no earrings. Crap. Okay, not suspect. That's a bit of a shame. Oh, you. I could use you because I do want an assassin's gun. Oh, and he is reading a book. Well, that is the right one.
But Robert Knox? He's like a big shot building.
True. I was standing behind him yesterday. Talked about how he loves this place. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you want to follow him. Is he gonna go into the door? No. Oh, where the fuck is he going? Down into the parking area. Okay. I want his gun, that's why I'm following him. Oh, he's the gun dealer. Okay. Okay, can I... Oh, this is not a favorable section.
Ready to meet up with Sierra Knox over at the hotel. Yeah, after the race.
Fuck.
Just gotta pick up the documents from my van, but
Are you gonna go through there? Because if that is the case, that would be very helpful.
now I can't find my car.
I guess not.
Yeah, I know it's dumb. I think I lost him in the scuffle, but the real mascot is still over there.
Oh, I
Don't get them, I've
think
got
I can
no
get you in the toilets.
Bye-bye money. I don't know. I need to figure something out. Talk soon.
Do 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 do. Keys over there, okay.
Oh.
Oh, he's coming in? Okay. Where's your gun, dude? Oh, out here. Okay. There's no boxes in here, so that's a bit of a shame, but yeah. I bet it's him. No, it's not. It can't be him. Because... Oh, that's a burner phone. Where is my thing? Over here. As you can see, the suspect needs to have earrings. And this dude clearly has no earrings. See? And I can drag him on his other side. As you can see, no earring. So it's not him. Okay. Oh, can I get your outfit? No, no. Okay. I hear a box. Oh, it's upstairs. Where does this go? Aha. Okay. There used to be a...
Try and get up, sir. I need to determine the extent of your injuries first.
Oh, I'm on the wrong part. I didn't... Okay. Now, let's go upstairs. Or wherever the... Where are they? Up there. You could check out the supplier, see what he has. What do you have for me, sir? Anything useful?
Hey there. Need anything?
Thank you.
Remote concussion duck.
Come back anytime.
Come back anytime.
I found a beautiful wrestler.
Missing the keypad. All upstairs. Yeah. Not gonna be allowed in here, right?
Yeah, that's not gonna work, buddy. Can't let you through.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Demo upstairs in the
Then...
but it's off limits apparently.
Yeah, Robert. It's a beautiful vehicle, that's for sure. I understood from the briefing earlier that you're just supposed to grab it. If something happens to it, no poking around the engine or anything like that.
Yeah, Knox is a genuine technical.
Okay. Getting there. Okay, there's one here. Oh, he's coming. Okay, cool. Was afraid the other lady would come.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Where did that come from?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay. Oh, it's still on the 007 drop, but it's I have the Hitman drops enabled too, so that's basically watch for an hour to get the whatever it is that's now active. So yeah. Sorry about that, I forgot to update the command.
Oh, hello, HR? Yes, it's Finn Wheeler down.
It's Finn Wheeler. He was being mean to me.
I'm hearing rumors on the corporate grapevine. Apparently, no.
Smoker. With one of the. No, you're a smoker, certainly no. Okay, now I gotta get upstairs because they're both upstairs. Okay. What about you, sir? I don't see an earring. And but he is eating. Oh, yeah. Glasses, earring, yes. Hat, yes. Grey hair, yes. And he has a sweet tooth. You are my prime suspect for now. Poison a target with an emetic, okay. We can do that. Fuck! I missed. Oh, he turned away just in time. Oh, fuck me. I bet it's him, but yeah, I only have 2 suspects left, of course. Uh-oh.
Put that away, will you? You're making me nervous.
It's a cameraman. Stop being so nervous. Oh, he's a... yeah. It's not him, so it is him. Okay. If I do it here, he will see me through the mirrors, and he will not like that. He will go into a panic mode. Got him.
Yeah, I don't feel so good.
Okay. Okay, sure can kill. We're almost there.
The leader
Got
is
him.
eliminated. Well done, 47. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
Okay, cool. We've been to the supplier. He had nothing much for us. Where's the safe? Don't tell me it's over here. No, it isn't. Where is the safe? Okay, it's in Robert's office. Okay, so that's the other side. Maybe I don't want anybody to see me do anything weird. Okay. Over there, yes.
Boy, am I glad to be out of that office. It feels like a damn rainforest.
Oh,
Isn't there an AC unit in there?
Yeah, Knox wants it like that.
Oh, it's over there.
It's, his left eye. You know, the one that got burnt in the accident way back? Apparently it dries out.
Bomb. Or maybe... Let's see if we can do this without getting everybody riled up. Oh, there's no things in here. Crap, then it's all in here, probably.
Okay, let's check the Delta V path. Delta V budget was
Yeah, see what you mean. Let me check.
There we go. No muss, no fuss. Nice. How much are we getting? 2.2k. That's a bit disappointing, ain't it? Oh, wait, I can use the...
Will you...
use the helicopter exits. Let's go through the indoors.
Oh, those Kronstadt guys, they got good wage, good uniform.
Don't have any keys for this thing. Oh.
So, Al, I haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to?
Mostly resting. Doctor's orders.
We got gunshots.
There we go. That's a lockpick. It's like a detective thing. Yeah. Okay, so the first syndicates are always
Well
the easy.
done. This will make anyone think twice before turning
to a life of crime. Can you handle a Colorado map? Well, I can handle the Colorado maps, but I'd rather not. But why? Do you want to see the Colorado map? Traceless ICA assassin. Nice. Yeah, okay. We'll see what we can do. Give me a few seconds. I'm gonna pour myself a drink because it's thirsty weather. Be right back.
Good job, 47. You eliminated the Syndicate. But this is only the tip of the iceberg. They have more affiliations. Eliminate them to bring them down on their knees. Let me know when you are ready.
Okay. I'm back. So, what is it? 10,000, 15,000 mercers? 10k. Okay. Let's see. Somebody wanted Colorado. Berlin, here's a Colorado one. Fiber wire kill, silent firearms, Colorado, Haven. Okay. Well, especially for you, Jamie. What's this then? Haven, okay. Haven alerted. Oh. Colorado, let's go there. Okay, let's go to Colorado. One target and a supplier. Okay. What's in the box? Crowbar. Reaching charge. Okay. Take the black. Oh, take the assassin's covert. Because that's a pretty good gun. That's why I got the dude. Landed exactly where I thought it would. Okay, cool. Take no damage. Silent firearm kill. Well, that's this. Oh yeah, prestige objectives. Silent assassin. Ooh. Katana kill. Ice pick kill. That means I have to get close. Silent assassin also means I have to get close. Ah, fuck it, we'll just try it. I'm not on hardcore mode, so if I fail that, it doesn't really matter. What I can do is bring this. I can at least get him on the toilet if he's in the mansion, otherwise we'll have to see. But that also means I cannot kill anybody else. It's not silent assassin suit only. No. There's also a silent assassin, no firearms. That really sucks. Do I need anything else? I don't think so. Do I need a lockpick? Nah. Forget about the lockpick. Let's see. Let's go hunting eggs. There was one target and one courier. Oh, one supplier. Okay, so I don't really need the coin and the banana because I don't need to. Well, coining somebody could be handy dandy. I'm just gonna take it just because distractions are always handy. I need a mod that gives me the thing, the bomb right away so that I don't have to do this every time. Okay. Bomb. Oh, and I can take the wrench if I need to knock a sucker out. Let's see if there's a coin here. Don't really need it, but
When are you going to replace that axe? My brother is looking for a new job. Again. What a slumping jack.
there's a coin again. Okay. The game is being generous today. There's days that I don't get any coins at all for several maps in a row, so. Fiber wire like a real assassin, yeah. But it does say silenced pistol kill this time around, so we'll have to do it like this, right? At least try to do some of the objectives.
Welcome to Colorado. We have been informed that
Oh
the
boy,
syndicate
this
is currently
spawn.
in operation here. Find the target and eliminate. Godspeed, 47.
And oh, fuck me. He's coming here. Is this out of the... If I knock the fucker out here, yeah, they will see. This is why I don't like... Okay. Is that a coin over there? Yes. Okay. Now I can get in here. Vroom vroom Easter eggs involving a toy dinosaur was funny. Yeah, that's a funny ex. I'm not gonna do that right now. That's it means I have to find a lot of I think apples or peaches or so and feed them to the toy dinosaur in the house. And then I have to get the keys and then you can get... Oh, it's way too involved for now. It's Silent Assassin, right? Where the fuck is he anyway? He is all the way over here in the orchard. Okay. And it is firearm kill. So I could potentially just blow him up and then I will have my silent assassin.
Freak in the mask. What the hell are you talking about? Just at the security.
Freak in the mask. Oh shit. Bunch of pissers over here. I can take one, use the generator here, lure one of them here, but then he will be out in the open because there's no high grass to hide him in. And if I take him out there, the other two will probably see. I take him out there, here. Okay. Okay. Over here. It's a hoedown! Diddle 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 diddle. Yeehaw!
And
off. Okay, cool. Okay. At least I can move around now. Anything useful in the box? Nothing. Okay, so he's in the orchard right over there. Just be careful.
Hell of a baptism by fire, man. You're telling me.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's a beautiful piece of work.
It's a beautiful piece of work. I'll get to the... Am I allowed in here?
hey there, bro.
That's probably because she's in there. Why not take a look in the box? If she could piss off, then that would be nice. No? Oh. Maybe later. Let's see, where are you? Over here.
Did you see the moon last night? I'll tell you something you don't know, right?
If you do it, he will see that.
They're actually the same thing. Moon's on one side, the sun is on the other. And they're really just a half thing. We only see them one at a time.
I still can't believe they're real. Most people are amateurs,
Coins.
idiots. Can't keep a secret if their lives depend on it.
Fuck me. How the hell am I gonna get him to... Oh, he's sitting down now. Okay.
What do we really know about them? We know they're a multinational shadow cabinet. Oh shit! Permission to go to the bathroom right now. We know each level has no.
My first one went into the chair. Fuck. Oh well. Oh, he's gonna puke over here. Okay.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate. Get back to the safe house.
Wow.
I'll be in touch.
We got very close there. Did you see that swoosh? Holy fuck. That was close.
Prep my lines, shouldn't be a problem. Almost game time.
Okay, let's see. What's there? Oh, there's a supplier here. The supplier is at the barracks, right? He's over there.
Buy every 2 seconds to check on the work. Paranoid enough to buy. So
Man, I was so afraid we would get caught right there. Very, very lucky. Yeah, that was very lucky. Oh, he's on the other side. Right. Just glad I didn't have to get into the house.
Need anything?
Need anything? Okay, let's see. Flash phone. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Flash phone, yes. Why not? Take the crowbar.
Come back anytime.
Okay, so now we are just gonna get the fuck out of here. All the way over there. All the way over there. Bye bye. I don't remember if I ever used this exit before. It was 11 apricots and the poison in his shed. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. But it's a cool Easter egg though. Vroom vroom. Yeah. Perfect run bonus. Nice. Nice. But yeah, eventually he's gonna stink up the place in that box, of course. So, might be better to put the body in the bog pit.
Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.
Alright. Normally I go to the alerted maps first, but yeah. Colorado was first this time. Okay, Haven. 1 target, 1 safe, 1 supplier. Sniper rifle kill, okay. Yeah, silencer, fuck that. Collateral kill firearms, that goes against the kill only targets. Can take this one, but then I'll have to take a sniper rifle that does penetration. Is penetrating? No. This one is. It's a loud one though. Is there a... Oh, this is a quiet penetrating one. The Jaeger Tuatada. Okay. This thing is bigger than me, man. Oh. Dang. Well, sights are zeroed. Very good. Oh, I need a gun. Okay. Let's take this one. I like this one because it's fairly accurate and oh, that was the top of the head. Yes, nice. Okay, very good. Haven. So maybe I gotta be careful though. It's alerted. Do I have? Did I get the? No. Let's see what's in the box first. Explosive phone, sedative. Okay. Sniper. Whoa! Wait. What? I dropped a sniper rifle. It's a bad habit. Okay. That's this one. This is not penetrating. This is penetrating. Yeah, so I need this one. Let's see. This is not penetrating. This is penetrating but loud. These are all loud. But this is the same problem as what I have now. Druzina. Oh, I'm... What am I reporting now? Jaeger. Silence and penetrating. Okay. I think there's a challenge to kill people with the Druzina. Okay. Okay, so normal gun, sniper rifle. Do I need anything else? Oh no. Let's see, we're going to Party Island, so let's put on some casual shit. Yeah. Very nice. No. There was no courier, right? No. I would like to take the bomber anyway, just for shits and giggles. Don't know if I'll need it. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. G for gunpowder. X to mix. And F to fetch. Okay. That one unwieldy gun. Nothing.
When you're chopping wood, do you ever think that you're doing it against your own free will? Or is that just me?
That's just you. Oh, no coins this time. Okay. We'll manage.
Bon voyage, 47.
Are they gonna give us the big sniper rifle case? Or are they gonna make me unpack this in like 10 seconds every time?
Welcome to the Maldives.
Welcome
we have
to
intel that the
Maldives.
Syndicate is present in the area. Find the person and, well, you know the drill. But this is not going to be easy. Previous actions have put them on high alert, so you need to be tactical. You know what to do, 47.
Crap. Headshots only. Yeah, if I make him sick here, he goes to puke in the bucket over there in plain view of everybody. So that is not nice. Oh man. Well, it's not the main target, but he's very close. Sounds very weird, man. Oh.
Well, I don't know if you know, but this place is...
Hopefully he will leave, because up here is very annoying. I could maybe get him into the thing over there, but if anybody sees that, I will go and get the security guys over here. Well, could maybe kill him over there. Can I get him in here? Because then I have the lady over here. I think that should be possible if I look at this. Yeah, see, he doesn't leave. He just does his routine over here. We got a dude coming in. Oh, fuck. Well, if I make him sick, make somebody sick here, and then I make him sick, he will go somewhere else, right? I didn't bring a seeker. Crap. Well, there goes that plan. Oh, man. I don't know if you would survive this, but okay. Now we have this dude.
Hey, just move.
I'm gonna put him in here. I'll just lure somebody else in here when we need to, because if it goes wrong, then everything goes down the drain. So just get him in here and then lure somebody else in here. Then I don't care. See. Man, I wish I had a coin. Oh.
Hey, hey. Sir, yeah, I think that belongs to you.
See, that's exactly why I put these guys away. Fuck. Crap. Fuck me, man. Oh. And I was going through that routine. Oh, I just need to wait for him to come around again. It goes over there. Yeah, and getting these guys, there's no box here. Oh, that freaking lady over there. Fuck, man. You like this map? Yeah, it's a beautiful map, but there's so many sidelines that can fuck you over. If this lady can fuck off, then I can probably lure him in here. He goes there first, and then he comes around. Okay. She's away. That should pave the way for...
Wow.
No.
Wow. Eh.
Fuck her. Oh my god, he doesn't care. Fuck me. He just doesn't care. I hate when that happens. I need some incentive for him to come in here, like a coin or something. Is there a coin somewhere? Okay, let's go find a coin. Maybe at the bar area. Oh, there might be some at the round bars thing over here. this one. Please give me... Oh, there's 1 coin right now. Oh, there's 2 coins. Nice. Okay. So maybe he will come in here for this.
Hello there, sir.
Hello. Okay, if I put 1 coin over here. I wonder if he will see the coin if I do this.
Alright, time to fight. Let's see how
No, he won't. Because the door opens the wrong way. Look at that lady over here again.
You want some of this? Really? Well, alright. I guess you asked for it. I'm done here for now.
Okay. He will go over there. I may have to get rid of the employee here over there. Oh, well, he's leaving now. Oh, but he got the gorilla over here. Oh, he now goes in here. Okay. Would it be possible to shoot through the glass here? Oh. Okay. Got him. Where's the dumbbell? Did I leave it outside? Doesn't really matter.
Hey, wait a minute.
Ah, you bitch.
Huh? What the heck was that? What? Jesus. Oh my god, what's the matter, buddy? Can you get up? Can...
Okay. Okay, I have to align their heads a bit. Ah, okay, that should work from here.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. Return to the safe house.
Okay.
Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
Nobody heard that. Collateral kill, firearms, headshot only. Cool. Whew. Okay. Let's see. We had a... Why is there a briefcase here? Oh, the dealer is downstairs. Oh, she's the one at the showers. Right. Okay, lady, what do you have?
You want to buy something? I got it all.
Well, depends what you got. Ooh, Prugi. Oh, crap.
I'll be around if you need more.
Wrong button. 14k for the Krugi, yes please. And the lockpick, yes please. Okay.
If you need more, you know where you can find it.
Oh yeah, there's a safe here. But where is the safe? Oh, it's on the private island. All the way over there. You gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah, it's not worth it. Fuck that. I'm just gonna leave. Okay, nice. The problem with this map is people have eagle eyes, man. They see so far on this map compared to other maps. At least that's how it feels, so I don't know why. I think they fixed a lot of the wall banks that were there. Or the wall, they could see through walls, man, sometimes. But there's also a smuggle spot that you needed like a lockpick to get in. So
good work back there.
Yeah,
The Syndicate
it's a
took
bit
a
of a
serious blow.
thing.
But there is still much work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment.
Okay, drop everything. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of our stuff back. That's good. Let's see. Okay, Marrakesh or Paris. I think I'll do the showdown on Paris. So we're going to go to Marrakesh. 2 targets and 1 of everything. Okay. Push kill. Eliminate guards with a sniper. Okay. Collateral kill explosion. Okay, on Marrakesh that should be doable. Eliminate guards with a sniper. Okay, I'm gonna take a little sniper. It's the itty bitty sniper. This is the Ave Maria one, I think. Yeah. Okay. Get myself a gun. Good, good, good. So I have all the guns back that I lost. Is there anything missing here? No. Okay, so I recovered from my failures. There's only one sniper I know that has music, and that's this one. And I can't remember why that is. Inventory. Epic. Doesn't give me a reason. I don't know why that was. It was related to something, but I can't remember what. Oh yeah, let's see. What are they giving us? Ooh, key card. Okay. Don't really need it for Marrakesh. And I'm carrying a universal key on my back. How many targets? 2? Yeah, 2 targets. Okay. So I gotta push kill somebody. Normal gun, secure, sniper. Marrakesh, Marrakesh. No, I don't really need anything else. Marrakesh. Let's see. What are we gonna do? Let's pick a random suit, shall we? What are we getting? 7 deadly sins of Lotophage. Okay. Lotophage and 7 deadly. Lotophage. Okay. It's melting. Okay, banana for the courier. You sell gunpowder. Okay, add the gunpowder. Add the plastique. Okay. There's coins around, right? So if I don't get a coin, it's not too bad.
You like this face?
No. You already asked me that. Ah, there's the coin. Yoink. Okay, here we go.
Bon voyage, 47.
What time is it? Oh, plenty of time left.
Welcome to Marrakesh.
Ah,
the
this
syndicate
spawn.
is currently operating in the area.
Why are you
Find
always
them
spawning
and
me here?
eliminate. You know what to do, 47.
That's so crap. But I do have a key with me. Okay. Okay. Oh, I thought I dropped something else. Oh, and then... fuck. Oh, I gotta kill... That's one guard. Okay. Now, where are you? One is in the Shisha Cafe and one... Oh my god. In the consulate. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yeah!
You gotta get Swifty.
Thank you so much for the follow, Pro Assassin. Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. Okay. In the Shisha Cafe. So, I wonder if I can... Let's see, where in the consulate are they? There are... and not near the windows, otherwise I might have been able to...
Snail soup, soft and warm and well cooked.
push kill. Well, I won't be able to push kill you. I can make a collateral call.
Hey, Trooper.
Okay. There's no propane tanks here anymore. Oh, but there is in the marketplace. There's bound to be a propane tank. Next lane.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, you're a religious member. Forget the ladies then. I have great ties with ancient Quranic verses, no?
I think if I blow this up, yeah. And now I'm going to go upstairs.
No, no, no! Ouch!
Look, Larson, I'm sorry to dump this turd on you, but I've been waiting 6 months for this turd. I'm not like it's on my case, just because the lander made me ask my position. What is he thinking? He's been stranded over...
So if he goes to the front again...
All VIPs rendezvous at the underground garage and take emergency tunnel C to a stop downtown where I'll remain...
all the way over there.
Thank you, sir. And stay safe out there, okay?
Oh, I can go from here. If I blow this up, this will go with it, and oh no 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 no. Oh, aren't there like propane tanks up here? No no no. There he is.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done.
Got him.
Excuse me. I think something terrible is going on.
Yeah, something terrible is going on. That's very correct, lady. Ah, look, coins, 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 coins. And we have a box over here. What's in the box?
Hey, got one left. I'll go find a spot and then we head back to the school. How's that?
Sure, we'll wait.
Okay, where's the other one? Over here? No, that's the unconscious dude. Oh, the other one was over here, right? In the consulate.
Okay, I got you, man. General Zayden won. Paper the whole city with these things? And you know what they say? The bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. Yeah, I don't know.
Something useful? Oh, cool. Okay. Money, money, money.
Oh.
Yes.
Ah, come closer.
Yeah, there's no way to shoot him from the... Well, maybe if he is... He's not on the second floor either. He's on level 1. If he was up there, I could potentially shoot him through the glass. These guys are not allowed in here.
Carry on, Private. Hey, you there. Yeah, you, fishy fella. Who are you?
Hey!
7 billion, my friends. That is how much this...
Oh, I am allowed in here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, this lady.
It's insane, if you ask me. We risk the safety of the whole consulate for some...
I lost my propane tank.
Look, we don't know that until there's an actual...
Oh, fuck, it's up on the roof.
He is a Swedish citizen.
Oh, come on, as if anyone doubted he did it.
Well, maybe Olander has access to information we don't. You think of that? He's the consul... He wouldn't...
Is there a propane tank in here somewhere? Oh, crap. Let me check hit maps. Otherwise, I'll have to go all the way back. Let's see. Oh, there's some in the basement. I already know. Yeah. I know where to find one.
Small screws and 5 sort of smaller.
What do you want me to say, Lisa? I know this is the biggest day of your life. Believe it or not,
He doesn't like me. Nobody here likes me. But they do. Okay.
Do we have an understanding?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Over here.
I just don't see the need for
Yes.
I got it.
Okay. Alrighty then. Oh, I already did the collateral kill explosion. I need to push her. How the hell am I gonna push this lady? That would mean I would have to get her up
Yes,
there.
hello. This is, well, I'm calling from the Swedish consulate in Marrakesh. You people sold us the...
Oh, he still doesn't like me. Can I get her to come upstairs?
How are you, sir?
Hello. Where are you? Over there. Yeah, see, this is the problem. There's a lot of people here.
Hey, better safe than sorry. I get it, because you're a security.
Get it? Because you're a security guard. Yeah, if I do this, then she doesn't even hear that.
I'm the one putting my neck out here. They don't care. So not professional.
Massage expert Connie Engstrom reported the reception desk. That was Connie Engstrom. Please go to the reception desk.
Let me know if I can be of help.
Yeah, you could call the lady up here, but I guess that's beyond your scope.
Okay.
I'm not getting in there.
Good for time. Don't want to be late with these things.
I don't think the push kill is gonna work unless... Yeah, I think I can make her go upstairs. If... And it's a big if. I can pull off a shot without alarming everybody. I need to find a position where I can shoot something.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, nobody.
You. Yeah, you.
Why don't you follow me here, sir? She didn't go upstairs. And if I try to do that again, she will not like that. Oh, maybe I can do it like this. Oh, but there's nothing upstairs for her to go to. At least not here. Hopefully that dude will not be found. Too late, he is found.
Oh, goody. Security has arrived.
Hey, hello? Are you there? Hello? Snap out of it.
That sounded weird. It came from there, right? All right.
So who is it?
Fuck me.
Are you a real cop? I mean, oh, sorry.
She doesn't care. Fuck me, and now these dudes are on my ass. Oh, it's the, oh, there's a box right here. Okay, let's see what's in it. Gas grenade.
Hey there. Need anything? I might have it.
Thanks.
Come back if you need more.
Eyes open, sir.
Yeah. Whatever.
System when it's making them a ton of money. That's human nature.
These dudes again, okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna kill her. I'm not gonna keep trying to get her up here, because that is just pain in the ass. The other one, that was a hard push kill too. Oh, I was hoping I could shoot her from here, but oh. Here's the
Where am I? Oh, this is the worst place to get lost. I look like a goddamn tourist.
Hey, would you mind? Could you check it out?
Okay.
Hey, you've been in an accident, okay? I'm gonna get some help, but just don't move or anything, okay? You're gonna be okay.
ladies over there. Okay. Yeah, the problem is I can't go down there.
Can someone
Okay.
please come and help me? Hey, wake up!
Annoying. Annoying. Okay, we'll just go and kill her. Here.
Thanks, what?
Thank you. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Ah, crap.
Okay, go do your job.
Oh, eventually she'll come back here, right? So I should be able to, like, from here, shoot the propane tank, and then she'll be dead. No.
Massage expert.
Connie Engstrom.
Engstrom. Reported the
Wait,
reception
wait a minute.
desk. That was Connie Engstrom. Please go to the reception desk.
Standing right over there. Wonder if there's a shot from. No, there's no shot. I was hoping there might be a shot from the roof, but she's just a smidgen too far in to be able to do that. Okay, she's over there. I wish she'd like smoked or something at a specific spot. Ah, come on, dudes. I gotta be careful of this dude. Goes in there. Yeah, this is one of the few corridors that are where I have the ability to shoot things. Oh, dude's coming around the corner. Okay. We do have a coin.
Hey, a fellow guard. See you around, man.
I'm afraid that if he comes outside, he will see this. Yeah. Okay.
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's avoid the enforcer right there. Okay. There's a oh wait, there's a safe inside the console. Oh, it's in the garage. Okay. Okay. Let's see, is it in that little thing? What? Over there. Oh, it's right over there. Right in the middle. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Can you come over here, please? Propane tanks. Coin. Okay. Come on in. Grab your prize. Bonk. Oh. Okay. Put you in here. Outfit. Okay. I know I have the bomb on my back, but yeah.
Whoever he, Zayden, and Strandberg are taking orders from. I doubt they're strapped with cash. Gotta be the CIA. This type of scheme is right up their alley. Yeah, gotta be.
Okay. Close the door. Just wait for things to calm down. And then we can go in and grab the cash. Oh, he was knocked out. Okay, that's fine. They're on alert, but they're not white. Those are enforcers. Oh, crap. Okay, they're chilling. Good.
Yeah, copy that. My ankles in this goddamn. Copy that.
Oh, right. He's gonna fuck off. Nice. $2.5K. Okay. I got the truck keys, but... Oh, this is another truck, of course. So... Which truck is this? Is that the truck at the... oh, what... Have I... Oh yeah, I've been to the dealer. Okay. Oh, is that the truck at... Okay. Yeah, okay. We've done everything.
Wow,
Oh. Boxy box. Propane tank. What is this? Stethoscope? Screwdriver? Which exit is this? Oh, that is the other truck. Okay. Hey guys. See you at Shenanigans. Nice. Been a while since I used this exit. Let's make some noise. It's been a while since I used this exit. Oh. Okay. Well, it's going alright so far. So now it's time for the showdown. Hitman 3 original soundtrack, okay. So I made level 95. Okay. Very, very nice.
That was wonderful. Bravo!
Impressive work you did
that was
back
great.
there. I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible.
Hey, boo! Yeah. Let's see. We have what was the thing I got? Oh yeah, music and the bedroom. Okay, let's go check out the music. I'm afraid to put on copyrighted music, but I think the Hitman music will be okay. Okay. Pom, 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 pom. Oh yeah, and we've got some bedroom stuff. Yeah. Okay. I like the back panels on this one. I like the bed better on this one. Compromise. Okay. Let's go take a look at the showdown map. Paris. Six suspects and one of everything.
Well done, 47. We now know the current whereabouts of the
Sniper
syndicate
kill. Silent sniper kill. Okay. Neutralize a lookout. Okay.
leader. I've provided you with new intel.
Neutralize a lookout. Sniper rifle. Take this one and let's take this gun. Okay. Let's take. What the fuck is going on with my keyboard? This wireless shit, man. Battery. Oh, maybe the battery is a little bit dead. Going dead. Table over here. Charging my helmet here. In the way. Fine. Okay, let me see. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Lookout. We have here demo block, proximity taser. Oh. Taser. Don't have that yet. Very stingy with the though. Okay. We go to Paris. Do I need a this? Lockpick, okay. Headshot kills only. Okay. Let's see, Paris. Something nice for Paris. Classic. Like this one. This suit. Okay. Yeah. There is a courier, so let's get the banana. The soup is the
His face?
No. Stop asking. Oh, there's a coin. Okay. Then on. This pick up the power. Okay, cool. Let's get out of here. Speedwagon.
I'll be in touch when you reach your destination.
How much are we betting that they will spawn me in the attic? For some reason, I get one.
Welcome to
Oh,
Paris.
spawn?
It's time to put an end to them. The leader is currently operating in the area. However, we have very little intel on their identity. On the other hand, we do know this. They are here for an exchange. As for the description, we know that they have no hair. They are wearing glasses. They are sporting a tattoo and wearing a hat. We also know that the target enjoys reading and they smoke. That's all I have for you at present. Godspeed, 47.
I was afraid that my briefcase will bounce off the edge of the map. Well, it means I have to get one of these losers outfits.
What the? I guess it was nothing.
He's going.
Oh, yes! That's it. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Possible intruder.
Okay.
Sleeping area.
I think I need his outfit. Yes.
Found it!
Top dollar.
Now, let's see. Up. Oh, there's one. Level 3. 2. Most of them are on level up. Okay.
Security set. Come on, chest out, chin up. Say the word, I'm ready.
she doesn't have a hat, so not a suspect. But you, sir. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes? You may address me.
Well, you're obviously up to no good. The last person who was up to no good around here got
Come on,
tarred and feathered.
Chest.
Well, you're bald, you have a hat, you have glasses. Do you have a tattoo?
Down, chin up.
My drift.
You have a tattoo. Okay, so you're my prime suspect for now. Okay. Let's see you do smoking or reading.
Wait, what's going on with the gun? Someone stalking you or what?
That's a camera, you dolt. Guard here in the room. I'm just glad the game sees it for a gun somehow, but you're not enforcing on it. But that would be good, but otherwise the NPC free card. Okay. Are you gonna do something, sir? Oh, you got something. Let's go.
Hey, we gotta keep this short.
Hey.
Are they making
all
an
good?
exchange? Could be of interest, 47.
The money's being wired?
Sure. We better split. Don't want to.
Glasses, hat, old.
We're still talking here? Move along, please.
Don't worry. We are good.
Why is he?
I'll see you. See you around.
Okay. Bye.
Could also be her. Dude, do something. He's not exhibiting anything. Ah, smoking. Okay. That's 1, 2, and now I need to catch him reading, and then we will sure it's him. Lookout nearby. Who's the lookout? Is that the lookout or is he the lookout? I think he's the lookout.
Looking good, man.
But maybe I can lure the lookout in here. Lies in here. Point him in next time he comes over here. Oh, now they're leaving. Fuck. Oof. You didn't see him. was a bit tense. But damn it, they're all bold. But I just need to see this guy read a book or something. He only exhibited one tell so far, the smoker one. Needs to do anything else so I know it 100% sure that it's him. Come on, dude. Sometimes it takes just way too fucking long for them to do something. Come on. That's not a book. Yeah, I have a sneaky suspicion I could follow the lady, but is he just going around in circles here? See, now she's smoking again, so that's good. Another round without doing anything else, I'll do the lady.
Be careful out there.
Oh, it's not him eating candy. Suspect. Okay, so it is the other one.
Why can't we go upside down? Head designer hating each other's guts and
What are you? Eating, so no. We got a smoker here. Glasses, he has a hat. Old. Have a tattoo. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a tattoo?
I think you were coming on a little too strong, mister.
He has a tattoo on that hat.
Uh-huh. There's room for everybody here, sir.
Nice. Well, he's my prime suspect for now. Ah, look, he's reading too. Now, was he smoking here? Yeah, right? He was. So, this is our guy.
Excellent work, 47. The leader has been eliminated. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
Put you away. Go. Assassin nearby. Okay, but that doesn't really matter. I gotta kill 3 guards with a sniper rifle. Okay. You guy with the gun. Engaging hunted. Okay. I am going to go in here for now and look at my options. Let's see. We have a courier and a safe. Where is the safe? Safe is level 1. At the back of the bar. Gun dealer is on level 3, he's in attic. Okay. I gotta get up there. How do you get to the attic again?
Walk from here. You walk from there. Why not just meet in a cafe or something? Huh.
Banana.
Huh?
Banana peel. Wow, the animations are fucked for some reason.
Hey, you ran in an accident, okay? I'm gonna get some help. Just don't move or anything.
Go here. Here. And here. Okay. You. What's it over there?
Check it out. Affirmative.
Oh, my god, you gotta be kidding me, man.
Man, thought I heard something. Checking it out. Over.
Yeah, go check it out, dude.
Okay, what is that?
Miss Margola.
There. Oh, he's in the next. That's here. My bad. The outdoor bar.
Opening bid.
You just have to be there, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Want to buy something?
Yeah, but close the door first. Privacy.
Suppose I am.
Ooh, it's good for me. Do I really want to buy all this?
Good choice. You know where I am if you need more. What do you need? I might have it.
This I don't need, and then take it. Okay. Now, safe was all the way downstairs, one behind the bar. Right? What can I throw? The handle. Can I throw that? No. Package. Just a coin.
Okay, what's it?
Right. Then we'll go over there.
Huh.
Hi.
Hi. Here. Safe. Here. Let's not be anywhere close when that goes off. Okay, they're freaking out. They're chilling. Easy boys. Good.
Make me a bare knuckle boxer.
3.6k. Okay. Well, we did everything we came to do, so just walk out the front door.
So, Sato doing the sanguine, mate, huh?
Long way around, but okay. Walks in there.
What's up, bud?
Let's see if there's anything useful in it.
Hi.
I doubt
Yes,
it.
Yeah, I know it's late.
800 mercers, okay. Let's see, there's a good over there, so. Alright.
Duh.
How you been?
Winning.
Here we go. There we go. Very good.
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice before turning to a life of crime.
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
But this is. Let's see. He playing Hitman right now. Oh, Karma is. Okay.
Excellent, 47. You took down the Syndicate, but we have intel that there are more connected. Eliminate them all. You will be well rewarded. Prepare and let me know when you are ready.
So, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, let's see what we got, of course. Money. Okay, 15k. Oh, I was gonna say what the hell happened, but well, that is going to be it. I will be back next Friday, and then it's probably gonna be contract. So for now, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Next Friday, we're gonna say hi to Karma, one that channel